The silence before the storm is over, and the storm is called Tesla. Forget everything you thought you knew about batteries, EV timelines, or what's technically possible, because Elon Musk just tore up the rulebook and lit it on fire. In a move that caught everyone off guard, from Tokyo to Detroit to Silicon Valley, Tesla has quietly pulled off the impossible, a solid-state battery with 1,000 miles of real-world range and a 5-minute full charge. Yes, you read that right. 5 minutes. There's no cobalt, no lithium bottlenecks, no rare earth dependency, just pure, high-efficiency energy rolling off pilot lines in Nevada as you read this, and scaling up fast. This isn't a science experiment locked behind glass. This is production-ready, boots-on-the-ground, next-gen power. And it starts with a compact Tesla priced under $30,000, a model poised to shake the foundations of the global auto industry. The shockwaves hit hard. Ford hit the brakes. Toyota blinked. Legacy automakers collectively lost $46 billion in market value within 72 hours. Panasonic is scrambling to catch up. And battery startups, vaporized by Tesla's head start? But this isn't just about EVs anymore. This is about everything powered by a battery. Think homes, planes, satellites, smartphones, power grids. The entire electric ecosystem just got rewritten. Supply chains, manufacturing cycles, infrastructure, and geopolitical control, all of it now spins around one axis: Tesla's solid-state tech. Elon Musk didn't just launch a better battery. He launched a technological coup, one that could bury outdated systems and ignite a global shift overnight. Solid-state wasn't supposed to arrive until 2035. Tesla just made it a 2025 reality. And in doing so, Musk may have redefined not just transportation but power itself. The future didn't knock. It kicked the door in. No glossy ad campaigns, no showroom reveals, just a seismic moment behind closed doors, and the world hasn't been the same since. In a hush-hush investor briefing away from cameras and headlines, Tesla dropped a technological bomb that has electrified the entire global auto industry. For years, engineers were boxed in by lithium-ion, powerful but dangerous. Fire risks, charging delays, resource shortages. Every EV, no matter how sleek, still bowed to the same limits. But quietly, behind Tesla's guarded lab doors, that era ended. Solid-state isn't on the horizon anymore. It's already rolling off the line. Not a prototype, not a dream, a real-world, tested, street-ready power cell that's changing everything. Tesla's new battery doesn't just beat the numbers, it shatters them. One charge, 1,000 miles, 5 minutes to full power. Let that sink in. While the rest of the world argued over supply chains and waited on timelines, Tesla raced ahead in silence. Their solid-state cells have been secretly tested inside advanced prototypes for over a year and a half, and now they're moving toward full-scale manufacturing. No cobalt, no lithium gridlock, no fires, no waiting, just pure, untamed energy. Elon Musk didn't bring a car to this secret unveiling because what he brought was bigger than any vehicle. He brought freedom. Freedom from charging anxiety. Freedom from volatile materials. Freedom from the boundaries that defined the EV world until now. A single slide titled Beyond Lithium, Tesla's quantum jump was all it took. The leaks spread like wildfire. Stocks tumbled. Industry insiders panicked. Ford hit pause. Toyota went silent. Panasonic scrambled. And startups that once held promise swept aside like ash in a windstorm. So what's inside this energy miracle? Tesla's solid-state battery ditches the dangerous liquid electrolyte and replaces it with a solid ceramic polymer composite, ultra-stable, ultra-dense, and engineered to withstand extreme stress without breaking a sweat. It packs 450 watt-hours per kilogram, enough to transform how we think about cars, trucks, planes, and even satellites. And thanks to its new compact form, it's 30% lighter and 15% smaller than Tesla's current cells. But that's not all. Tesla made the battery the backbone, literally. The new pack doesn't just power the vehicle. It becomes part of the structure, adding rigidity and strength while trimming down bulk. It's not just a battery upgrade, it's a vehicle transformation. This isn't just about performance anymore, it's about dominance. Tesla didn't wait for the future, they built it in secret and launched it while everyone else was still stuck in the planning phase. For years, engineers were fighting fires, literally. Lithium-ion batteries were fast but volatile, high energy, low patience. Fast charging meant higher risks. Dendrites formed like tiny saboteurs inside the cells, carving through walls and creating chaos. Battery fires, recalls, thermal meltdowns. This was the price of progress. And then, without warning, Tesla flipped the entire system inside out. No more fire, no more fragility, just unshakable power built from the molecular level up. At the heart of this shift is something once considered too futuristic to be real, a graphene-infused anode that obliterates dendrite growth like a scalpel cutting through steel. It's not a defense mechanism, it's a preemptive strike. In internal testing, these new cells went through thousands of brutal charge-discharge cycles, 2,500 of them, and came out almost untouched, less than 8% degradation. That's not a statistic, that's a revolution. One battery, one car, 1 million miles, no decline, no drama. And while others still pump heat through batteries like it's a necessary evil, Tesla's cells run ice-cold. Under extreme pressure, rapid charging, or full throttle discharge, they remain calm, unbothered, stable. Because they weren't built to survive the heat. They were engineered to avoid it altogether. But the real twist wasn't in the battery itself. It was what Tesla built around it. Out of nowhere, the company unleashed a charging system so powerful, so absurdly fast, it borders on science fiction. The Gen 5 supercharger, a 2.2 megawatt juggernaut that doesn't just recharge your vehicle, it resurrects it, fully powered in under 5 minutes. You don't even have time to finish your coffee. The cable, liquid-cooled and humming like a live wire, pumps industrial-grade energy as casually as flipping a light switch. And Tesla knew the grid couldn't handle it, so they didn't ask the grid for permission. They brought their own power. Every Gen 5 station is armed with massive megapacks, silent giants that charge themselves over hours and release explosive energy on demand. No peak loads, no power cuts, just instant energy on tap wherever you are. And then comes the part no one saw coming, the armor. These new solid-state cells aren't just powerful, they're practically indestructible. -30 to scorching heat above 90 degrees Celsius, they endure it all. Puncture them? Nothing. Drop them? Silence. In real crash tests, not simulations, Tesla's battery packs absorbed fire without spreading it. The result? A 92% reduction in thermal propagation. That means the battery doesn't just keep you going, it keeps you alive. And just like that, what was once a fragile, flammable component becomes the strongest part of the car. Not a battery, a structural core, a power source and a shield fused together. Behind the scenes, the shockwave hit instantly. Tesla had changed the laws of battery physics, and the world's biggest players were left gasping. At Panasonic, there was no panic, only precision. They were already in. Weeks before the secret was shared, they had locked arms with Tesla to build this battery in Nevada. It wasn't a deal. It was a declaration of allegiance. But in China, at KTL, alarms rang. Meetings were called in the dead of night. Their timelines, years away from anything close, were now laughable. Tesla hadn't just leapt ahead, they'd buried the roadmap. At General Motors, the once-hyped Ultium platform was thrown into a holding pattern. Project leads were yanked into emergency meetings. Teams scrambled to dissect Tesla's new solid-state breakthrough, but they were already too late. Tesla's ceramic electrolyte cell had leapfrogged the entire industry. Ultium wasn't next-gen anymore. It was ancient. Over in Japan, Toyota, the supposed king of solid-state battery plans, watched its crown melt. Their confident 2027 timeline suddenly looked like a relic from the past. Tesla didn't just beat them to the punch. They delivered the knockout. The rules had changed. The scoreboard had reset. And Elon Musk had already walked off the field with the trophy. Analysts and banks had no choice but to rewrite everything. Tesla's tech lead? Once predicted at 2 years, now pushed to 6, maybe more. And that wasn't optimism. It was fear. Because while competitors were still whispering about lab tests, Tesla was silently rolling out working cars. Real cars. Not concepts, not clay models. Right now, nearly 50 unmarked Teslas are gliding across highways in the US, Europe, and Asia. On the outside, they look like any other Tesla. On the inside, they're powerhouses of next-gen battery tech. These aren't flashy prototypes. They're live field machines, secretly logging performance metrics in real time. One charge, 965 miles. No stops, no fires, no breakdowns. Inside Tesla's war rooms, engineers are watching the data pour in like a live-streamed revolution. Cold weather? Handled. Rapid charging? Effortless. Cycle life? Off the charts. The battery degradation? Almost non-existent. Every curve, every climb, every push. This new battery shrugs it off like it's not even trying. What Tesla has built isn't an upgrade. It's an extinction event. And they're not waiting to go public. A full reveal is scheduled for next quarter. And when it lands, the shockwaves will be global. Because this isn't a promise. It's proof. Tesla has already crossed the finish line while others are still tying their shoes. But Elon Musk's vision was never limited to cars. Tesla isn't just an automaker. It's a full-blown energy empire in motion. And now, that energy is breaking free of the garage. Starting 2026, Tesla's solid-state technology will enter homes and cities. Powerwalls and megapacks are getting the upgrade of the decade. Stronger, cooler, leaner, stackable like Legos, resilient like steel. Homes will no longer store energy for a day. They'll store it for 2, silently, efficiently, and without the risk of fire or failure. Solar storage just became a luxury product that everyone can actually use. What began as a quiet engineering leap is now a global reset. Tesla hasn't just disrupted the industry, it has detonated it, and emerged with the blueprint for everything that comes next. Across deserts scorched by the sun and villages lost in snow, a silent revolution is unfolding, not in headlines or press releases, but in the glow of lights that were never supposed to shine. Tesla isn't just powering homes anymore. It's awakening entire regions, places once dismissed as too remote, too expensive, or too difficult. With no wires, no diesel fumes, and no waiting for government infrastructure, Tesla's new solid-state energy hubs are rising like lighthouses in the dark, self-contained, solar-fed, and charging to full capacity in under 2 hours. These aren't batteries, they're liberation units, but freedom isn't built on hype. It's built on materials that don't run out and don't start wars. That's where Tesla broke the mold. These new solid-state cells throw out everything we thought was essential. No cobalt, no nickel, and barely a trace of lithium. No more dependence on risky mines in unstable countries. No more toxic extraction politics. The core is now a stable, safe ceramic electrolyte built from a lithium phosphate oxide compound that can be mass-produced cleanly, cheaply, and locally. Tesla didn't just remove the bottlenecks. They deleted the entire map and redrew it. Instead of relying on global supply chains stretched thin across oceans, Tesla went inward. Anode manufacturing has moved to Texas. Supply lines have shrunk by thousands of miles, and the whole process, from raw mineral to final battery, now lives under one continent, one ecosystem. This isn't just vertical integration, it's vertical domination, and it's working. Material costs are falling, delivery times are shrinking, and every day, more of the process becomes American-built, American-powered, and American-owned. By 2027, Tesla won't just be producing batteries, it will be manufacturing energy independence at scale for an entire hemisphere. This isn't just good business, it's a strategic power move. And it's happening while most competitors are still locked in lab testing. Because while they waited for permission, Tesla got busy building. Without fanfare, without a keynote, 2 solid-state battery production lines lit up in Nevada. Not test labs, not sample rooms, actual full-speed factories capable of rolling out 250,000 packs per year. Packs that are already being installed in vehicles, in homes, on distant mountaintops, with the same goal in mind: light the world without burning a drop of fuel. This isn't speculation, it's deployment. This isn't a step forward, it's a leap past everyone else. The world was playing chess. Tesla built a new board. What if the revolution didn't come with fireworks, but with silence? No press leaks, no rumors. Just one day, the world woke up, and Tesla had quietly rewritten the entire blueprint of battery technology. It started with a whisper out of Nevada. A factory once thought to be just another gigafactory turned out to be something else entirely. A machine that builds the future. In its belly, robots work in silence, not assembling old lithium cells, but crafting something alien to the rest of the industry. Thin ceramic sheets, so fragile they crumble under a breath, are being handled with machine precision. Zero moisture, zero margin for error. The entire process is governed by AI, fine-tuned to microns. The result? A 91% yield rate, not in the lab, but on a live production line. No one else has even touched 70%. This is not manufacturing, this is art at the speed of industry, and yet that's just the overture. Thousands of miles south, another beast is being born. In Mexico, Tesla isn't tweaking old lines, they've erased them. The new factory is built from the ground up for one purpose only: solid-state domination. Every bolt, every robot, every circuit designed to give birth to a new species of car, the Tesla Model Q. Forget everything you know about EVs. Model Q doesn't sip electricity. It inhales it and roars to life in 5 minutes flat. 1,000 miles on a single charge. Not claimed, proven. A price tag below $30,000. Structural battery integration so advanced, the car's body is the battery. It's not a vehicle. It's a weapon pointed at the heart of the combustion era. And the rest of the auto world? Staggering. General Motors slammed the brakes on its Ultium rollout. Toyota's engineers quietly shelved their 2027 roadmap. Battery titans like LG and Panasonic began ringing Tesla's lawyers, hoping to license what they once called impossible. The cost of admission? Billions. And even then, no guarantees. Tesla's not here to share. It's here to lead. The storm hit without warning. Within just 72 hours, the electric vehicle world was flipped upside down. Legacy automakers watched billions of dollars evaporate. Startups once hailed as the future were suddenly irrelevant. Patent walls crumbled. Marketing teams went silent. And somewhere in the chaos, one name stood untouched: Tesla. This wasn't a product launch. It was a paradigm shift. While others were still pitching PowerPoint slides, Tesla had already rewritten the rules of physics. Solid-state batteries that charge faster than a coffee break, last longer than the car itself, and require none of the conflict minerals that have haunted the EV supply chain for years. No cobalt, no nickel, barely any lithium, just raw domestic innovation, and the industrial muscle to scale it overnight. Then came Elon's tweet. Just 7 words. This isn't about range, it's about ending compromise. And suddenly everyone understood. This wasn't an upgrade. It was the death certificate for an entire generation of battery tech. Charging stations, fewer, mining drama, gone, battery anxiety, ancient history. Tesla didn't just build a better cell, it detonated the very logic the industry was built on. But this breakthrough wasn't meant to stay in vehicles. It's already being wired into Tesla's megapacks, slotted into power walls, and tested for future SpaceX missions. Imagine this: a grid that recharges itself in hours using nothing but sunlight. Remote Arctic villages lit 24/7 with zero diesel. Cargo ships crossing oceans with no emissions. Spacecraft shedding half their battery weight without sacrificing a single mile of performance. That future? It's no longer theoretical. It's operational. And while Tesla builds, others fall behind. Factory blueprints are being torn up. Entire supply chains rendered useless. GM, Toyota, Panasonic, once titans, now asking for licensing terms on a tech they claimed couldn't be done. Rumor has it, Tesla's solid-state electrolyte patent is so advanced, competitors are being quoted over $4 billion just to enter the conversation. This isn't a tech war anymore. It's a quiet conquest. What we're witnessing isn't just a shift in energy. It's the moment when one company decided the future wasn't arriving fast enough, so it brought it here now, with no warning, no roadmap, and no mercy. So if you're still thinking of Tesla as a car company, think again. It's becoming the world's first self-contained energy empire, and everyone else is just trying to keep the lights on.